Manja, manja, bon appetit, let's eat. It's time for Tank's Cooks. Manja, manja, bon appetit, let's eat. It's time for Tank's Cooks. It's time. Right. You know, eventually grill season ends. And before I say goodbye to the grill, I want to do one last great recipe. Sent to me by Jake Howard, beer can chicken, beer can chicken. Now this involves a lot of prep work. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our chicken. Got a nice little 4-pounder here, a little nice little tiny little chicken. Get out the gizzards. And then we're going to wash this thing out. Wash it really nice. Wash out the cavity. Ooh, get under the skin when you're washing it. All right, we're cleaning out our chicken. Really nice. There it is. All right. All right, next step is we're going to create a little bit of a dry rub for our chicken. We're going to use some of this poultry seasoning. Use a lot of this poultry seasoning, actually. We're going to put some thyme in here. Got to take some time to put some thyme in here. We'll put a little bit of garlic powder in here, of course. Garlic powder. A little bit of accent. Put in some rosemary as well. Put some pepper, some salt. Oh, of course, the lemon pepper. Can't forget the lemon pepper. Lemon pepper. Yes, indeed. There's our little spice rub. All right. And now, what the hell, we'll put just a little paprika in here. There we go. All right, let's mix this up really good. There it is. Look at that. All right, let's get our chicken and let's rub this thing on. We're going to get some olive oil. Rub on the olive oil. So get some olive oil, rub it on. Rub it in. Rub it all around. Give it like a nice little massage. Yeah. There you go. Ooh, rubbing this chicken. Rub the chicken. Rub it right. Rub it all the way around. Let's rub the back of it too. Yes, there it is. Rubbing the chicken. Rub that oil all into the chicken. Here we go. Now we're going to also do some of this fresh thyme. We're going to take this fresh thyme and we're going to stick it under the skin. Under the skin, we'll put some fresh thyme. Under the skin, under the skin. And then we'll put in a little bit of fresh rosemary. Take some of this top rosemary off here. Let's go. Yep, there it is. We'll stick some fresh rosemary under the skin. Yep. Look at this. It's even sticking to the skin, some of this old rosemary. Now let's get our our rub. And rub it in. Rub it in. Rub it in. Rub it into the legs. Rub it into the legs this way. Alright, you know, when you make chicken, you gotta like stuffing. You know, I am gonna try something here. I'm gonna try. Here we go. You know, when you make chicken, sometimes it's nice to have a good stuffing. And I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try to make a stuffing on the grill. Huh? Yeah, stuffing on the grill. So we'll take some of this sourdough bread. You know, we're going to change it up a little bit. Get a sourdough bread. Take the sourdough bread and we'll break it up. All right, we got our bread in. We're going to throw in a little bit of minced garlic into our stuffing. There it is, a little bit of minced garlic. We're going to throw in a little bit of some onions into our stuffing. Yeah, I brought chopped onions. I'm taking a little bit of a shortcut. Come on. Some celery. There we go. We'll put in our usual consortium of spices like accent, lemon pepper, we'll throw in some thyme. Here we go. We'll put a little ground sage in here as well. Here's some ground sage. I'm also going to put a fresh apple in here. Just a little bit of an apple in here. Here we go. Let's core this baby. Does it core an apple? Yes, it does. It does core an apple. A little more accent, what the hell. We'll also throw a little cranberries in there. Let's throw some cranberries. Ooh, my egg broke. Oh, we'll put an egg in there. We'll put a second egg in there. Get some cranberries in here as well. We'll put a couple of fresh basil leaves in here just to aromatic it. There we go. Now we need to get a little butter in here as well. And some chicken stock. Come on. Why won't this thing damn open? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? There we go. All right, we'll also put a little bit of chicken stock in here. So let's get some chicken stock in here. All right, let's mix this all together. Shuffle it around, skip it around, stir it around. Yep, indeed, we're going to be taking this outside and making a stuffing on the grill. That's going to be the biggest thrill. Woo! Ha! Now, we're going to keep this side with no heat, because that's where we'll be putting our chicken initially. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to have our heat over here. We're going to put this on low over here, and no heat over here. This is where we're going to be actually cooking our chicken. And we're going to stick in our little temperature probe right here at the breast, making sure you don't get any bone here. So this is our temperature probe. And now we're going to stick it on a beer can. Now, what they say is you're supposed to drink half the can. But you know what? I don't like beer, so I'm gonna pour some out for everyone watching. Pour it out for the homies, so to speak. There we go. Now we're gonna stick the can on here. We're gonna maybe it'll be better just to stick it in up here. This is the tricky part now. Trying to get the chicken onto the beer can. Beer can chicken shoved it up. Ooh, ha ha. The beer can chicken is the ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. All right. Oops. I lost my temperature probe inside the damn chicken. Yeah, I guess it's not going to be able to close. Huh, I didn't think about that part. Probably should have got a smaller can of beer. All right, let's get this stuffing on. Here's our stuffing. We'll stick it into a pan here, which smells good. Let me tell you that much. All right. Piece of furl on it. Cover this up with the foil. Put it over direct heat. And let's see, hopefully the stuffing is good enough to eat. Okay, we got our stuffing cooking in here really nicely. And now we're gonna make a baked potato. So we're gonna rinse it off a little bit. Rinse the potato. We're gonna stick it with a lot of holes. Put a lot of holes in this thing. Ah, hey! That's right, we're gonna stick the holes in here. Zing, 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 zing. Zing, zing. Put all the holes in the potatoes. A whole lot of holes. Whole lot of holes. All right, now we're gonna take our potato. We're gonna take a little bit of garlic butter. Yes, indeed, a little garlic butter. And we're gonna spread it onto our potato. Yes, indeed. Rub it all around. We're doing a lot of rubbing today, if you can tell. And put it over here by the chicken. Any rules, but I think I had to move it down on its over here like this, because this wasn't cooking at all, not heating up at all, since we're doing it on indirect heat. So anyway, still got the beer can shoved up. where the sun don't shine. Got our potato cooking over here, also on indirect heat. So let's get this damn grill top closed and see how this can cook. Let's take a look at how we're looking. Huh. Well, it flared up a little bit over here. I don't think that's too much of an issue. Stick the beer can in a little bit. Oh, I think the beer's leaking. You know, this doesn't feel like it's going the way it should be. I'm gonna flip the bird. Ooh, and start cooking on his stomach now. And I think I completely fucked this up. I don't think it's supposed to be like this. It's starting to flare up a little bit. Stuffing, the stuffing over here on the little lighter side. Whoa, 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 don't want to drop it. Get it away from the heat, but let's keep it up. Yeah, I think I'm fucking this up. Starting to flare up a little bit. I know it's supposed to be on indirect heat, but well, what the fuck? Okay, this isn't good. It said it's overheating. All right, let's maybe put it back over here. Away from the highest heat. Oh, this isn't good. All right, let's get our corn on. Hey, corn on. Hoping this doesn't be a total disaster, although it's heading that way. Some paprika. Our corn seasoning. We'll put it over here. All over. Let's stir this stuffing a little bit more. All right, we're overheating again. That's not good. Nope. I think the corn is done, so let's take the corn off. Yep, the corn is definitely done. All right, let's see how this came out. We'll have to take it off the heat. Turn off these burners. For better or worse, let's take this off. Now we gotta just let it rest, and we'll carve it up, and we'll see if this is an edible fest. Potato. Seen better days, I can tell you that much. There's just centrifugal heat left. Leftover heat, that is. Oof, this really did char up. Oh yeah, this thing is charred to fuck. crunchy. Now, if we only can open up wide, open wide, open wide. There we go. We'll put in some cheese onto this mess. Yeah, that's the best word for it, is a mess. Well, I know I can do better than this. Let's just hope it's somewhat edible, of course. I gotta get this damn thing open. I didn't open it enough. Ah, there it goes. There we go. Pour some cheese and melt the cheese inside the baked potato, or the roasted baked potato, the grilled potato. And then just close it up and let it melt in there. All right, let's carve this bitch up. This has been quite, it could be worse, I guess. Take our temperature probe out. Hopefully our napkins don't blow away in the wind. The sun's gone down. We're nighttime. Now let's see how this actually looks inside. Find the middle of the breastbone. Cut down the middle of the breastbone. All right. Cut some nice little pieces off. Could have been worse. It could be worse. The legs. Here's a nice little leg. Get the legs and thighs off here. Here we go. Do that on the other side as well. Tear the damn thing off. Here we go. Well, it cooked nicely inside, I gotta say. I mean, it could be a lot worse. It certainly doesn't look bad. Here we go. I mean, for as pain in the ass it was to cook this, could be a lot worse. Time to plate the meal. Here's our cheesy baked potato. Let's take a little taste of that. Time to plate the meal. Different. Grab a couple of pieces of chicken. Time to plate the meal. Of course, I've been already chowing down on this corn. Time to plate the meal. And, well, your stuffing is kind of uneven, but hey, take a nice little scoop. Time to plate the meal. Time to plate the meal. All right, let's take a look, see how this actually tastes. Could be a lot worse, you know? Let me move it tray out of the way. No, this could be a lot worse. So I want to say thank Jake Howard for the idea. You know, maybe I didn't execute it properly, didn't really make beer can chicken. I kind of abandoned it because it would have taken 4 hours with the grill, unable to close the grill. But, you know, it could have been a lot worse. Stuffing, you know, don't know if I did that quite right, but it doesn't taste that bad. Not a big baked potato guy, but despite as bad as it looks, it doesn't taste that bad. So, be like Jake Howard. I think that was his name. I forgot. I lost the paper. Send me a recipe to njtank99@gmail.com. It's time to head indoors. So, manja, bon appetit. Let's eat.